Okay, so I prepared a little speech. I had to write it. We're not at church, and I'm not a priest. So it starts here. My poppy is an amazing guy. He's very selfless, and he looks at everyone as an equal. He cares a lot about his family. He especially takes care of my brother and I. He takes us places like the casino and out to our favorite restaurants. He buys us nice things that we want. He also comes to most of our sporting events. Some of my favorite memories with Poppy are all the times we have gone on vacation with him, and when we wake him up in the morning when we sleep over there and we yell at him to go get the bagels. In St. Thomas, when we went that time, we did karaoke one night by the pool, and the next day everybody's like, oh, you're that guy, and people were calling him Elvis and Rockstar, and he didn't want to leave us at all in St. Thomas. He wanted to be with us every minute of the day. We slept in the same room as him too. As part of that, we would have given him the master bedroom. And every morning we still woke him up, either slammed the pillow on his head or jumped on top of him. That's my Poppy, and he's a great person, and here are some other people's opinions. I love you, Poppy. Happy birthday.
Well, that was short and sweet.
He's the shy one. Your sister also wrote some things.
Okay. First of all, I would like to say thank you to my nephew, Anthony, for putting this party together. Let's not forget Kristen, because they have done a remarkable job. And I think you guys have rung the bell, and I really think he was surprised. And Anthony asked me if I would say a few words about my brother today, and I am not a very good public speaker, but I pondered what I would say, and all the thoughts that were turning around in my head led to one realization, and that was that we are a family, and our parents and our grandparents before us have laid the groundwork for us. Butch and I were fortunate to have had many cousins on both the Morro and the Sales side. Our grandparents each had 9 children, and those children each had 2, 3, or 4 children of their own. So we were never without playmates since we were very, very little. There was always a picnic at Grandma Sales' house on Boston Avenue, our Grandpa Morrow's house on Townsend Avenue, and of course, there was always someone's birthday party, and of course, Thanksgiving and Christmas. There were wonderful outings to Camp Roosevelt, which is now known as Chatfield Hollow, where we piled in Uncle Ralph's truck and went out there early in the morning to get our plates. And then there were the summers at the cottage in Memorro, and the stories about the cottage in Memorro are too numerous to tell, because Butch, Frank, and Andrew John were the 3 musketeers. They were always together, and most times they were finding themselves in some sort of trouble. Mom and Dad always took us to Savin Rock every promotion, and we would ride all the rides together. And I loved the Ferris wheel, but Butch did not like the Ferris wheel. But we would go on it anyway because I said we were going, and I would rock the boat, and you would yell at me and say, "I'm going to jump out," but I think it did jump out one time, maybe right near the end there. Remember now also that we had to take two buses to get out to Savin Rock. My father didn't drive, and so we would take the bus from East Haven to New Haven and transfer. So it was quite a thing, and for them to do that was remarkable as I look back on it. Although our parents were not of higher education, they instilled the values of love and kindness, and they made sure that the Lord, our God, was always a part of our lives. I was the older and the firstborn, and I don't really remember the very early years when Butch came along, but I do remember that he was asthmatic, and Mom and Dad worried about him all the time and took very good care of him. Don't ask me why I remember the name Dr. Weiner, but I remember going to Dr. Weiner's office with Mom and Dad for his visits. And thank God he outgrew it all. And we were very close. And as I look back now, as I started thinking about this, I realized how much our paths really crossed. I remember Butch's love for sports. He played baseball for the Annex Little League, and he was pretty darn good. He was there, I was there, the day that he ran like the dickens for a ball in the outfield. I don't know what you play, left field or right field, but you ran for this ball, which was well over your head. But you had to jump and get it, try to get it anyway, and you did get it. But in the meantime, you fractured your collarbone. And he loved all sports. He played basketball in junior high school, and then he loved hockey, and he passed the game on to his son, Anthony. And he is still a sports enthusiast and a great football fan. I think we're missing a game today, Butch. I'm very sorry.
We'll watch it later at your house.
Although he never went on to higher education after high school, he took up the carpentry trade and he made a good living for his family. And we all came to depend on him for whatever we needed in the way of some construction at our house, a new deck or a broken window or whatever. He worked hard. He still does work hard. I don't know if he knows the meaning of the word retirement, and he will probably keep going on forever. Bear with me. Both Mom and Dad, or both Butch and my father, they poked good fun at me for all the boys that I dated, but I knew that I found the right guy when Butch took a liking to my husband Pete when I brought him home, and we became good friends. He was in our wedding. We were in Ann and Butch's wedding. He was at the hospital early in the morning, the day that I gave birth to my first son, an only son. And he and Ann were at my house the day that their son Anthony, they found out that their son Anthony was arriving that week. I think that was the happiest time of his life. Right now, though, I think that the most wonderful time is with his grandsons, Andrew and Anthony. He is the grandfather of all grandfathers, and there is nothing he would not do for these little guys. He's very proud of them, and rightly so. We shared sad times, too. As our parents aged, it was always the four of us, Butch and Ann, Pete and I, meeting at the hospital in the middle of the night when Dad was rushed in for some heart attack or something, and having coffee very early in the morning the day that Mom passed away. We shared all the responsibilities right down the middle, both good and sad. I don't want to go on, and I guess the point of the story is that although our parents were not educated beyond high school, they somehow taught us the wonderful lessons, and we have so much to be thankful for. There is an old adage out there someplace about the worth of a man, and I don't remember it exactly, and I should have researched it, but I didn't. But it's something like the measure of a man is not about how much money he makes, or the car he drives, or the size of the house he lives in, but how many people he has met along the way who are proud to call him their friend. If the number of people in this room are any measurement, Butch, then you are truly loved. You have had family from Massachusetts and New Jersey and California coming here because it was important for them to share this memorable time with you. You had two aunts in their 80s, who have crossed country for 3 days in a motorhome. And thank you to Cousin Danny and Danny's son for taking on this awesome responsibility. So Butch, I wish you a wonderful 70th birthday. You finally caught up to me, and now maybe we can grow old together. I am proud to be your sister. I always smile when someone comes to me and says, your brother is such a great guy. You are kind, you are loving, you are generous. You never forget to make a call on a birthday or any other occasion. You'll always be there when friends need you, and you are most deserving of this wonderful accolade. I love you for all you are, and I wish you continued good health. Don't change. God bless you.
Wow. How do I follow that? Excuse me. I guess I have to get my piece of paper out of my pocket. Well, I think this is copy number 5 that I wrote about my dad. More scribbles and more, you can't read my writing, so. I don't know if I should even begin to try and read this or if I should just go ahead and wing it, but we'll give it a try. I'm definitely going to say some things in here that you'll never hear me say again, Dad.
That's you, Ann.
That's me. That's it. But first of all, on behalf of my dad and my mom, my wife and my kids, I'd like to thank every one of you for being here. From the Californians, the North Carolinians, people from Maryland, from people right down the street. Thank you very much for coming and having this day with my dad. The second people I'd like to thank is Grace and her staff. They were, from the minute I told her what I wanted to do, whatever I needed, she was right there. And thank you, Grace, Jaime, and the guys in the back. Joyce, to the people on the floor, thank you very much. Okay, so my dad. Wow, I got 2 words out. My idol, my hero. Today's your day. Your friends and family are here for you. Some have traveled a long, long way to be here to celebrate this with you. And you deserve this. Because you've touched everybody in this room. In one way or another. I've definitely made some mistakes in my life, ups and downs. But no matter what, you were the guy who was right there for me. And I love you for that. I did better than I thought. I got through the first paragraph. You gave me a life. And you gave me a family. You gave me morals. And you gave me values. And there were so many memories from the East Haven hockey rink, to you tightening my skates, to Chick's luncheonette, to flipping eggs with brother and you, to trips to Vegas with the Santinellos, to going away with Billy Ferriola, to all sorts of things. Then high school came along. It didn't matter whether I was playing hockey, football, or baseball. Again, you were right there for me. And then I thought I'll try college and see how that works out. And, so I go there and I play hockey, and there you go. You're driving to Newport twice a week to watch me play hockey, and you were just always there. And then you became a grandfather and a father to my wife, and you were so proud, and you're proud every day. We were living in Manchester, and you used to come every Saturday to fix my basement, because I always had a project for you, because I'm really not the construction guy. And there you were. You had to see Andy and Anthony every day, and before you started working. I remember one time you told me, someday, Aunt, you will be a father, and then you'll see. Well, I'm definitely not repeating this again, but you were right. So now I can only hope to be the father to my kids that you were to me. You aren't only a dad, a great dad to me, and to my wife, but there's no denying that you're a great grandfather to your grandchildren. I think the drink is somewhere. So to sum it all up, you're there for everybody who needs you all the time. It doesn't matter if it's a construction project or your grandkids, you're the first in line to help anybody. And that is something that's a trait that you got from Grandma and Grandpa. And that is what makes you who you are and why everybody's here. I just want you to know how much we love you and how happy we are that you're all in our lives. And without today, and it's obvious by the 100 people that are sitting in this room, and, you know, driving across the country, flying across the country, they came for you. And you alone. So, happy birthday, and I'm glad that I shocked you.
Sure did.
But I know you're going to get me back, because I know you're that type of guy. Because you have that scorecard just like I do. Love you, Dad.
So the first time that I met Butch and Ann, Anthony said, well, you know, we're dating a while, you should probably come meet my family. And I had heard about this big, big family and all the get-togethers and how much they seem to all love each other. But until you are in the midst of these people, and especially Butch and Ann, the warmth, the love that you have shown to me over the years, I knew that first time when we all met that Anthony was a keeper because I knew he had this great family and I knew he was this great guy. So I want to thank you so much and we love you so much.
Well, I'm not good at this.
You're good at singing.
And obviously you didn't prepare anything.
They really shocked me, really. And I didn't really believe it. But I guess
Sing it to us.
I'll sing it.
Yeah, baby, wait, give him a little bit.
But I guess I am blessed. I mean, I've been healthy. And, I'm blessed with a wonderful wife. Great son, who I'm very proud of. The daughter I never had. And two joys of my life, Anthony and Andrew. And all of you friends here, family, friends, nieces, nephews. I love you all. Especially my family that grew up across country. This is something I'll never forget. Andrea, thank you for coming. I love you all very much. Thank you.
Thank you again.
And ladies and gentlemen, how about we have Butch and Ann take the dance floor, and everyone please join them. We welcome everybody out to the dance floor. Special request, Butch and Ann. We welcome everybody to join them out here. It's Butch's birthday, everybody. Welcome to the dance floor. The party now begins.